Hello and welcome back to another mini Let's Play. For those of you unaware, mini Let's Plays is whenever I'm checking out a new game and sharing the first impressions with you. Today on our menu is a game called Future War Tactics SOF versus Alien Invasion. It is coming from a developer called Quadcom Interactive, small indie company. Currently in store for €9, but is on sale at the point of recording the video, and you would get it for €3.80. So it is a low budget title, therefore my review and also the expectations are kind of set accordingly. However, it seems that the developers wanted to give an honest feedback, or wanted to be given an honest feedback rather, in exchange to this free copy. So I'll disclaim that in advance. I have not yet paid for the game. If it's good, that might change. And we're just going to take a look at it. I will play around 10-20 hours of the game to get a solid feel for it, and then do a review video of the same game. So without further ado, we have a couple of settings. I put all of the video settings on maximum quality. There are 3 difficulties: easy, medium, hard. So medium. Hard says fallen fighters do not return to the squad, so permadeath. Enemy fighters weapons deal equal damage, and in normal it's slightly reduced. All right, I'm assuming it's not just enemy fighters. I'm assuming it is actually aliens. So I don't even know if they have the same weapons that we do, but we're going to find out. Let's play a new game. First time launching it. So this is our HQ. We got a journal, a bit of information, an operation log. So apparently not a lot going on at the moment.
Commander, welcome to the Special Response Forces Unit. Let me remind you of the unit's goals and objectives. Your squad is part of the Mountain Operational Investigation Group and is directly subordinate to the headquarters. Therefore, in addition to the primary task of ensuring the safety of the mountain specialists, your squad will also carry out other tasks assigned by the headquarters. You're already aware that the Mountain Group is investigating a series of mass disappearances of citizens. All the disappearances occurred in the Ural Federal District. People vanished literally in broad daylight. There are no witnesses to the incidents, but there is one pattern. Everywhere people disappeared, strange atmospheric phenomena were observed beforehand. More detailed information will be provided to you as the investigation progresses. In the meantime, your squad is advised to conduct combat coordination exercises at the training ground. As they say, it's tough in training, easy in battle. Good luck, Commander.
Fair enough. I should say that from what I could gather from Future War Tactics, Special Operation Forces versus Alien Invasion, that the game itself seems to be an XCOM-ish clone that uses a lot of the mechanics and just paints a little bit of a different code. We're going to see if that is really true or if there is a little bit more to it. So let's go into battle.
Our squad is
and
heading
see
to the
what's
training ground for
going on.
combat coordination exercises. All the guys have known each other for a long time and trust one another, but training is never superfluous in our line of work.
First question. So first of all, first impressions. Nice artwork. I generally like that. Second impression, the text-to-speech isn't too bad. It is text-to-speech after all, so kind of a natural, more human appeal to it would have been nice. But I'm a big fan for lore and for consistency, so the intro that the general has given, or the major has given, was actually quite good, but I am left with a few questions that I think, due to hints, could be answered. like how long is this going on, when is the SOF, when has the SOF been created, what's my role in the whole thing. And now it says the guys know each other for a long time. That assumes they are working in the same unit, and that means the alien stuff is going on for a while. So some of the things don't
Commander,
necessarily make
welcome to the
sense
training
yet.
ground. To start, try moving the game camera with...
Okay, we're skipping
The
that.
blue zone indicates where the soldier can be moved. The green and yellow zones indicate movement to a distance that leaves enough AP to take a shot. Move the soldier behind cover by selecting the movement tile with a right mouse click.
Okay, so apparently they do have 18 action units, so this is moving 4. Therefore, shooting is... So, yeah, 4.
Your soldier is behind low cover, and it will block damage dealt to enemies. Behind high cover, even more damage will be blocked.
Okay, so they are...
Your soldier has spotted a target. To open fire, click the attack button.
So, they are apparently using damage reduction instead of hit chance, but then again it says hit chance here. So, damage 40 to 50, that's interesting. So we're spawning with 100 hit points. We do have 18 movement, and the guns are dealing 50-ish damage. So immediately it tells me we can kill each other in 2 to 3 shots. That's pretty much equal, better even than the hardest level of XCOM. So I'm wondering why wouldn't the weapons deal a little bit more damage. Accuracy 100%, I'll just take it, so...
Excellent. Move the next soldier, behind high cover.
Affirmative.
Your soldier's weapon has a scope, allowing him to fire with a choice of target areas. Head, arms, legs, torso.
Okay, I see.
In addition to the damage dealt, hitting will affect certain enemy functions. To open fire, click the aimed shot button.
So, we got this, and it automatically opens it. So, damage 65, damage 110. Okay, I see. So, with the scope, there are different damage values. He does have a sniper, so the damage value is just different. Shot to the body, shot to the bone, slowdown. Affected fighters' movement is reduced by 5 squares for each AP for 2 turns. That's not a bad idea. It's a little bit like Jack the Lion's 3. Stunning, inflicts fighter loses the ability to attack. That's a fantastic option. Bleeding, 10 health per turn, and massive damage. Alright, so I mean, since even the easiest one would already kill it, we're just doing body shots.
Great shot. Now move the machine gunner to cover. A soldier with a machine gun can hit multiple targets with a single shot.
Interesting. Well, this is not cover, this is near cover.
Click the sector fire button, then direct the machine gun's fire sector so that all 3 targets are within the area of effect. Confirm opening fire again.
Okay.
Enemy spotted.
So he can fire, he can reload, he can overwatch, and then there is fire by sector. Oh,
If
wow.
the target is behind cover, it can be hit with a grenade. Move the next soldier to cover.
Okay. It always says to cover instead of in
Select
cover.
the grenade
All
icon
right.
in the soldier's inventory.
Good, so we're using X. I like the grenading so far. That is crisp.
If your soldier runs out of ammunition, it can be replenished by transferring between your soldiers, picking up from fallen enemies, or finding in ammunition crates. Move the
How would
sniper
that
to
work?
the ammunition
All of
crate
the weapons
and
do
replenish
have
the soldier's
different ammo.
ammunition.
See, that's it. Okay. That's the problem with with games that try to be realistic. So immediately I'm thinking you either are realistic and like go all the way there, and then all of the different weapons would have different ammo, or you're kind of
Open the soldier's
abstracting it a
inventory by
little bit
clicking-
more.
What do we have here?
Okay, so the container contains grenade.
Congratulations. You have successfully mastered the...
Mission accomplished. All right. So my
Combat coordination training went perfectly. It can't be any other way in the Special Forces.
my criticism is the following. I'm not a big fan of ammunition in games. In Jagged Alliance 3, that was likely one of my biggest complaints. I get it, it was to balance the weapons, and in the Jagged Alliance 3 universe it absolutely made sense, and they actually did it reasonably well, so it was not a complete failure. However, there it was very easy to have multiple weapons on you, and prior to going into a mission you would always take enough ammunition with you to actually just do the mission. The idea of reloading and regaining ammunition whilst keeping a realistic appeal is a bit problematic, because the assault rifles would have NATO standard rounds, the sniper rifle would have potentially 7.74 ammunition, the machine gun would have larger caliber rounds that are typically prepped into these little belts, and yet other weapons like handguns would have 9mm or 9mm. So at the end of the day, quote unquote, finding ammunition in the field isn't that easy unless you are switching the weapon. Anyways, let's look at the squad. So who do we have? We got Owl, we got Caravai, we got Cosmos, and we got Granite. Good. So first thing, can we personalize these guys? Personal file, Owl. So huge opportunity here to actually design your own soldiers. The graphic, relatively okay. I mean, for an indie game, fine. The customization is, yeah, it's okay. I could live with that. But what I don't like is the fact that we can't edit these guys. So specifically, if you're playing with a perma-death team, this here would be so good to be able to edit your troops, and also their kind of physical characteristics. Well, let's take a look. So we got Owl, right? So Owl, 100 health, 25 strength. It seems to be the norm. The only guy with a little bit more strength is the heavy machine gunner. Stamina, okay. And then he does have a skill. Assaulter is a soldier trained to perform operations in close combat, required speed, mobility, and the ability to act under high pressure conditions. So this is just equipment. Where are the skill? No. Oh, these are the skills. All right. Medic. All right. All right. Okay. Now we are talking. This is actually good. I was hoping that I would find something along those lines. So, upgrade points available, none at the moment. And then instead, you could study other path. So this guy at the moment is a machine gunner. This guy is a sniper. Why can all of them have the same? Okay, so we do have 2 assaulters, 1 machine gunner, and 1 sniper. Let's say Owl takes a specialization. So he can take Scout. Scout is a fighter who can gather information of the enemy. Defensive structure. It sounds a little bit like a Reaper type of character. So, unlocks the ability to use a reconnaissance drone. That's nice. An enemy ambush does not open fire on a soldier with a stealth skill whilst they're moving. Okay. Definitely need to work on the Cyrillic description here, but that's okay. This is, by the way, not an alpha. This is already the full build, so I'm expecting a little bit more cleanup here. Targeting increase the chance of a successful attack for all soldiers targeting the designated enemy. So it's a little bit like the targeting ability from the sergeant in Advanced Sergeant. Allows the soldier to move to a maximum distance and attack the enemy with a knife. Okay. Counterattack allows the soldier who was attacked to make an attack, automatically retaliatory shot. Okay. I mean, some of it makes sense. Other things, I believe, do not necessarily make sense. But let's look through all of the classes first to get an understanding of their identity. So, Medic makes possible use stimulants that can restore AP, can be applied to allies next square. Medical Drone. That's good. I like it. I already like that. Inspire. 2 AP to all squad members. Okay. Increase. I like that that is a passive skill, so when someone is hurt and you heal them, then everybody else is inspired. That's actually good. Good design. Weak point. Increases accuracy on aimed shots, so medic sniper, okay. And counterattack, which seems to be kind of the standard. Technician. Grants an explosive kamikaze drone. Oh man, this runs deep. Those guys here are from... so the developers themselves are from the Ukraine. And okay, well that hits different when you read that. Then fire drone opens access to a kamikaze drone with incendiary charge. And then paralysis drone opens access to a kamikaze drone with a charge containing a paralytic substance. And then you do have suppressive fire. Okay. And then we do have grenade launcher, other grenade launcher, handheld plasma grenade launcher. Okay, and then picture. So, listen, first impression of the skills. First of all, I love the idea of skills. That's fantastic. I would say, though, this year can be the make or break of the entire game, because the game needs to decide what kind of philosophy it wants to take. If it just wants to be a mill sim like Xenonauts, then it will need a lot of equipment and just kind of build around realistic depiction of normal people doing normal stuff. If they want to go into classes, which I think, by the way, is a fantastic idea. You have 5 stars, and as you grow, you can get all of the skills. I think I would like to see substantially more effort put into that, because this year could be fantastic. It could really be good. Couple of ideas right away is a few perks that are individual to a character. Could be a little bit like the Jagged Alliance portion. Doesn't necessarily need to be like super good or bad. Just small stuff. 5 more aim, a little bit more strength, a bit better accuracy when shooting, ability to shoot faster once around, stuff like that, which is really unique to a character. And then this year needs to actually be, in my perspective, a skill tree. Doesn't need to be fully fledged out AAA Gears Tactics type of skill tree where you have Chaos Spacegate Marine skill tree, but it really needs more fleshing out, and the classes need a bit more identification behind them. So just saying, if you compare that with XCOM, which did this here incredibly well, you did have the medic and the technicians sort of lumped into one class. You had a grenadier, you did have a ranger, and you did have a sniper. So couple of ideas. You don't need to replicate the same formula if you want to stick with that. If you do have a scout, then I would give the scout the option to, for instance, have a full skill tree just around like melee combat. Could be even like the melee combat in Jagged Alliance, which I think they've done really, really well. You gradually get less damage, but you regain AP when you kill people, so that there is kind of a Reaper, as in the ability from the Ranger in XCOM 2, a Reaper type effect. You continue to kill and have a kill chain that you can build up. So that's what I think the scout could do, regaining stealth, having like smoke bombs, and then reobtaining stealth. Definitely way more in the explosive field. Maybe it does have the ability to hide very well. Maybe it's the only class that can wear ghillie suits and can hide in plain sight. Maybe it does have the ability to deploy a multitude of smoke and then just hide very well, or has the ability to, because they are so agile, to climb walls that others couldn't, and then hide behind structures. So I could see really a actual scout with a little bit of a recon drone. I actually would scratch the drone here in the scout and make it just him. Close combat, shotgun, melee weapons, and explosives. That could be the identity of that class. The medic, I think, a couple of great ideas already. The inspiration when you're healing someone, generally healing would be fine, but I think the medic needs a little bit more to it. What I believe would be a very, very, very interesting combination is a sniper medic, because that's typically not what you're seeing. And then you could have two skill trees. One is the more active medic that uses pistols and exclusively pistols, has the stimulator, does have maybe more action buffs, as in short-term buffs, warning shouts, something along those lines. Things that are very close-range focused, and use only pistols, can use face-off, could maybe use lightning hands, could maybe use double shot, something along those lines, just a very pistol-oriented person. And then the other tree could be something along the lines of, you are a sniper, get high ground advantage, better weak points, I like that, and you do have a medical drone to administer the stimulants via the drone. I think that would be a really nice combination, that you have a sniper and a medic in one class. Would be super cool. The technician, I like the idea of all of those drones. I also like the idea of suppressive fire being on him and not necessarily on the grenadier. So whilst the scout is maybe about traps in terms of explosives, so mines and so on, the grenadier could be actual like heavy weaponry, and the technician could fill a neat little role, which is using the drone or a set of drones more actively. And what I think would work very well for that class would be different skill trees around different drones, and then drones are usable items. I like the idea that they are kamikaze drones, but you can have multiples of them in the air. So it's effectively a class that can alpha strike ultra well, or at some point you're just hitting very, very heavy, but you're sacrificing most of the drones. And then I would likely give the character like one drone that is just air support, and maybe the ability to actually call in an airstrike that I think for the technician / radio guy would be good. There's something deployed and then an airstrike comes in. So I think that in terms of class design and identity of the more technician indirect warfare class would be very, very good. Also, if the game supports that, I don't know how much they have implemented, anything around disabling enemies' electrical defenses, maybe anti-drone measures themselves, or just creating radar disruption, that would be good, or even communication disruption. That I think would fit very well into this class. You need to balance it and make missions meaningful for it. And the Grenadier, I think the heavy weapons guy always makes a lot of sense. I found it interesting. So XCOM 2 had a pretty nice idea with giving him the heavy gun and then on top of it all of the explosives, but that at the same time was also a bit unrealistic, because it's just what kind of pack mule would you be in order to do all of that. So I think the Grenadier could be more a guy that has multiple RPGs. I like that. And maybe even instead of plasma, giving him a mortar type of fire. Lots of grenades. I think that should be his bread and butter. Longer throw range, maybe quick throw here and there. Something like salvo to make it action efficient, so AP reduction, etc., etc. So I think that really would make sense. There is still room for kind of that heavy gunner that lays down the fire. Could be a 5th class actually, so that you're really having an MG type of character, and you could combine that MG type of character with for instance chemical warfare, have a flamer or something along those lines. So that's my first impression of how you, in my perspective, should give the classes way more identity. At the moment we can't really do a whole lot, but what I will do is, we did have assault, sniper. So the sniper for me should be the medic. I think I want to go down that route. So he's a medic besides being a sniper. Cool. Then we have the heavy machine guy that could... I mean, there's suppressive fire, but does that really mean that he should be that? What are we giving him? I think we're going to let him... I think we're going to let him be really the heavy machine guy. Then we got one technician, and Owl is going to be the scout. Fits him. So, cool. Talked a little bit about that. You can decide what these people are going to be. That kind of makes sense. Let's talk about equipment. We do have AKM. I don't know why we're fighting with AKs if we're NATO, but okay, it's whatever. A little bit of body armor, protection level. Protection level is not explained, that's not good. Then we do have fire extinguisher. Have a little bit of ammunition. Anti-personnel grenade. Okay, fair enough. Pistol cartridges. Are we giving them another weapon? Do we even need a... Well, I mean, he's a scout, so I'm just going with the roleplay here. First aid kit, can heal with that. Okay, cool. So he's the technician. Give him more ammunition. You know what? We don't know if we find something on the way. We may be finding something. Then we have the heavy weapons guy. seems like a lot of ammunition already. Body armor, BR3, higher protection level, okay. Everybody else just wearing the BR1 stuff, but you, my dude, are having it all. Why do you have so many first aid kits? Something is wrong here. Sniper is taking a light armor, and you are taking a more heavy one. Very good. Okay, so we got a pistol, that's fine. We're definitely taking an extra med kit. And you are the explosive guy. So, bring explosives, my dude. How many shots? It doesn't even tell you. Okay, whatever. So, I mean, that's what I've gathered so far.
Greetings, Commander. Your squad successfully completed all tasks at the training ground, and the headquarters is assigning you an important mission. Let me outline its essence. The police duty station received a call from a security guard at a woodworking enterprise. He managed to report that an armed attack had taken place when the connection suddenly cut off. The police dispatched a unit to the enterprise. Upon arrival, the officers reported finding the body of the security guard and, as they put it, a strange mutilated body resembling a human. No one else was found. The officers were ordered to leave the premises immediately. To your squad, you are tasked with ensuring the safe arrival of Gore specialists at the scene. Proceed immediately, assess the situation on site, and report readiness to receive the specialists. Your group's call sign is Quartet. The headquarters call sign is Author. Good luck, Commander.
It has a bit of a military appeal, but I'm still left in the dark as of why everything is happening. I would like to see more headquarter. Doesn't need to be a base building exercise, but maybe some files that you can go through, some explanation, some lore. The world building is weak on this one. It could be much better if you are effectively explaining a bit more of what has happened. And that could be as much as 5-6 AI generated images of the past. Then you just scroll through them, and you do have a narrative voice talking over it. But that would do so much to just set the scene. He's just called Headquarter OIG. I don't know who he is. He's Major Mustache. That
Our squad
is all I know
heading out on
about
a
him.
mission. Everyone is a bit tense after all. It's approaching the point. Everyone, maximum attention.
Also, it doesn't help that the soldiers all look the same. So I have the highest level of I have the very highest level of graphics, and they literally all look the same. I mean, you see guns are different. I do understand graphical assets are a little bit harder to come by. Fair enough, okay? But that goes back to the ability of color coding or individualizing your characters. Even if you just have stock assets, and that's the only thing that you do have, I would love a little bit more variety, which can be easily done, and then the ability to color code. That can all be done via AI. There is no excuse to not let that go through. And again, you're already having a game that fights against aliens, so there is no point in pretending that you need a full realistic simulation. If I wanted to play that, I would play kind of a Battlefield tactics game.
Commander. Eat. Yes.
Steering so far was crisp. What I don't like is that you hold the mouse button and then you shift the
Understood.
camera around. That's not how it
I
should
see the
work.
body of a guard. It's severely mutilated.
Quartet calling the author.
Author on the line.
Reporting. The group is in place. A guard's corpse has been discovered.
Understood. Continue surveying the area.
Little bit work on the dialogues is needed, and I don't want to be overly picky. Again, these guys, in a real dialogue, you would have a little bit more discussion about what is actually happening here. How do I end the turn? Tasks is not bad. I would likely get rid of that. UI wise, yeah, if you end turn, there should be an indication that that is happening. There should be an indication that that is happening.
Yes. Listening.
And why does this here not provide cover? This should be cover in this direction. You can see this is all of a sudden no cover. So
Yes, Commander.
some of the maps, I don't know if they are dynamically generated. I assume they are pre-generated maps, but this here is incorrect.
Executing. Yes. What's the order? Yes. Commander. Roger. What is this?
Looks like the security managed to take them down.
Quartet calling the author.
On the line.
An unidentified corpse has been discovered.
How is this unclear?
The corpse is either severely mutilated, or it's not human at all.
Understood. Do not touch the body. Survey the sawmill area.
Executing.
I have a question for you. If you were a soldier and you would find such a corpse,
Yes.
would that be what you would have said? Likely not. So the dialogue writing is a bit off, and the team would do well to get some help in this area. Really good dialogue writing. Also, all of this is not cover here. That's wrong.
Executing. Listening.
I know that it doesn't matter because we're not fighting anything yet, but for someone who has played those games for such a long time, I just like continuity and stability.
Affirmative. Yes. Attention. Movement detected. Do not open fire. Author, we are under attack. I repeat, we are under attack.
Quartet, who is attacking you?
We have no idea who it is. Some kind of pink freak with a gun.
Act according to the situation. Try to take them alive.
We'll try.
Good luck, guys. End of communication.
I got a couple of shots in just because I was standing there.
Take this, creature.
Okay, so
Commander. Yes.
oh, okay. That is interesting. Good, we're going back. $10 AP, with 5 AP we can't really do much.
Yes.
Do you even know who you're shooting? No, can't see anyone, okay. Okay, can't throw around corners. I don't like the why can't I see him? Can see him. No, we're barely out of range. Okay. Overwatch. Detecting an enemy during the turn, character will automatically open fire with current weapon. Alright, fair enough.
Ready.
Yes. Yes, Commander. Me.
Die.
And Overwatch.
Exactly. So,
Me.
Good. And turn. The Overwatch animation needs work. $50 to $60, and how much? 8. Yeah, so easy. So we could deal damage twice. 1,
Beautiful.
2. Yeah, that was not very clever, my dude.
Yes. Me.
what? Don't you like it?
Okay, so 1, 2,
What? Don't you like it?
3.
Continue moving.
No, let's not continue moving. Let's heal ourselves.
Commander?
How much ammunition do I have? What is this? 1 of 3? 3 of 5? 1 of
What's the
1?
order?
Okay, so reload.
Listening. Yes.
And we're having a solid Overwatch. Okay,
Exactly so. Yes, Commander.
and turn. Good.
What's
So
the
far, I mean, the combat is clean. It could use some improvement. Come to that in a second. You put that back here. Molotov cocktail. Okay, well, we can take that, sure.
Commander. What do we have here?
Not sure why these guys are carrying
Yes.
medkits.
Yes, sir. Well, let's see. Understood.
Me.
Yeah, all of the cover is messed up here.
Yes.
Good, and I don't want to accidentally trigger
Executing.
more. Let's first end the turn.
Me. Yes, Commander.
Got you. So confirm that as well. End turn. Very good. Our sniper stays a little bit further back this time. Who's the recon? It's you. You, brother, should have been
Yes, sir.
Me.
in the front. See, it would help if you could color code
Commander.
and don't have 4 dudes that just literally look alike.
Affirmative.
An Overwatch all button wouldn't be too bad, specifically
Commander.
if you get in a situation where you all of a sudden are flanked.
Yes.
Because the game suggests no combat right whatsoever, and then all of a sudden you get attacked and
Understood.
you get shot.
Commander. Yes. Yes. What's the order? E. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Listening.
So moves to here and turn.
Enemy spotted.
See, that's what I mean.
What a bastard.
Should have overwatched. Should have overwatched.
Damn. Damn. Yes. Listening. Aye.
So wait, we're bleeding, or what is going on? There's a little symbol here. And there's a crate here. Okay, good to know.
Aye.
Ten. We do have 11. 2. Sure, why not? I mean, look.
Here's a surprise. Yes, Commander. Affirmative.
This here could be clearer. Come on. Is that a hit or not?
Commander.
2 times 50-50 and we whiffed it.
Listening. Understood.
Alright, kill him. Wow.
What's the order?
Our aim is horrible. But we're used to that from XCOM. Unfortunately, the game does not allow you to hunker down. I want to go to here because there was another point of interest here. Could be easily yet another ambush. I think
Silence is kind of strange.
shooting a little bit. Not good enough. No cover here. Interesting map design that you would force people into a no cover scenario.
Roger.
Yeah, I figured that that would be the case. Alright, end turn. Owl definitely needs some help. But luckily these guys are also really, really bad at hitting stuff. Good. Let's lay down the hate. Auto hit? Wow, that is a good ability. And I can reuse it. It didn't even need to hit.
Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Yes, sir.
Continue moving.
Nah, we're not. Are you even talking about, my friend? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Let's take a look.
What's this? AP per shot, accuracy.
Yes, Commander. Yes.
Okay, well.
What's the order? Affirmative.
What does Molotov do again? AP per shot. It doesn't tell you anything about the damage, and that's a bit of a problem, because naturally you would take the stuff that deals the most damage.
Commander. What's the order? Understood.
Also, the game does punish you quite heavily for
Here.
simply
Let's take a look.
moving forward.
Listening.
And I wonder why these aliens are having the exact same stuff that we are having.
What's here?
So ammo-wise, we have zero problems so far. At least as far as I'm concerned.
I'm out.
Reloads fully.
Listening.
Reloads fully.
Me.
I mean,
Yes, sir.
I like it that some of the items here on the map are actually little hidden gimmicks.
Yes, sir.
Such as the crates that you can open.
Me.
Look, I don't want him to stay there alone. I also like that you can move characters together, so that's a big problem in some of the other tactical games.
Executing.
If I just look here, no items, but there is a first aid on top.
Executing.
So yeah, the game tricks you into believing that there is maybe something there for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. Commander. Yes. Understood. Commander. Yes, sir. Listening. Eat me. Yes.
Still haven't figured out if spreading out would be a good idea. The weapon ranges are so low. It feels like it's likely a very bad idea.
Understood.
staying firm with my belief
Red, yes.
that Overwatch all would be a fantastic option.
Yes.
It's a bit clunky from the implementation so far.
Yes. Commander. Commander. Yes, Commander. Exactly.
Double clicking also doesn't do it. You really need to click and then confirm, so that's a bit of a problem that I'm seeing. I don't know if the game has mod support. Likely not yet, because that also requires a mod suite, which is difficult to implement.
Commander. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes.
It's not even that I can click space, just I really need to hit confirm.
Exactly. Listening. Got it. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander.
No cover here again, although the locks should offer cover.
Listening. Yes, sir. Me. Yes. Commander. Understood.
Don't like where this is going.
Commander. What's the order? Commander. What's the order?
Yeah, a bit cumbersome with the Overwatch, I'll admit. So it actively incentivizes sloppy behavior.
Understood.
Who snuck up on you, you little prick? Nice. Shot in the back.
Commander. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. Me. Understood. Listening. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Cover fire. Cover fire. Let's go.
I'm wounded.
Ah, that sucks. Alright, let's try to let him drop his gun.
Beautiful.
Did that do anything? Doing an Overwatch with a pistol, okay.
Yes. Eat. This one is done. Commander.
They could theoretically be here, but just assuming they're not.
Yes, sir.
Going into full cover. Nah, that doesn't work. 50-50, I don't like the odds here.
Understood.
This should be... It should be clearer what your percentage chance is.
Quiet. Listening.
Yes, that works. Fantastic.
Author, reporting. The forestry area has been cleared. Discovered enemies have been eliminated. Couldn't take them alive.
Understood. We're sending specialists to you. Report upon their arrival.
Understood. End of communication.
Congratulations, you've successfully completed this mission and proceed to the headquarters with the next one.
Thus, our squad's baptism by fire took place. All the fighters were prepared for it, but no one could have imagined the kind of enemy we would face. Mountain scientists are already studying the bodies of the creatures we killed, but they are not in a hurry to share their findings. They say it's too early to draw any conclusions. Well, indeed, there is still too much that is unclear. However, the way these creatures handle weapons and attack in coordination indicates that their intelligence is quite well developed. Their anatomy is very similar to that of humans, and they are intelligent. It's also surprising how similar they are to each other, just like twins. That's how we started calling them Blizny. After the battle, it turned out that the weapons the Blizny used to attack us were domestically produced. I wonder where they got them from. Another question. Did we destroy all the Blizny, or are there more somewhere? There are more questions than answers at the moment.
Okay, a couple of spelling errors here, but the text-to-voice was okay. And I like where the lore is going, because now they give them a name, and it gives you an indication that they actually haven't met them before. Fair enough. Then this next question would be, if it is kind of that outdoor logging company, why didn't police investigate? Like, why was police immediately ordered to stand back, and why did the Blizny wait for so long? So that needs to be answered, but generally speaking, I like how this is going. Could be a bit more personal. The guy could tell, you know, back in the days, I remember the very first mission, and talk about it in past tense. It's still a bit unclear as to if are we in current tense, are we in past tense, is this a flashback, yada yada yada. So we could do better with that. I think a professional story writer would help with that. And that's the first episode of this mini playthrough. I hope you enjoy it. Give me your feedback, please. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of Future War Tactics. Is it piquing your interest so far? And if so, what do you like? And if not, what do you not like? Potentially those who didn't like it are already gone anyways. All right, let's go. See you in the next episode.